And good afternoon and welcome to Jack Heckman Field and Zaleski Sports here as we are getting ready for the Wisconsin Valley Conference baseball game this afternoon as I can see myself on the screen here. And I'm Mike Steinwegner along with Gavin Mueller and Bella Maurer and doing this fine production here today. And we are in a warm one today as it's we're finally getting to, they say summer does not start until after Memorial Day, and I'll tell you, they hit it, boom, right after Memorial Day, it hits 87 degrees, and we've got clouds rolling in here, a little dark clouds. We might have a little shower here and there, but it's going to be a pop-up shower here and there today, as they say most of it was supposed to stay north of Highway 29, but looking at down the line here, they say we might have a shower at 5:30. We may have one at 6 o'clock. Who knows? It's just one of these, what they call popcorn showers. That's everything's going to pop up for about 5-10 minutes, and boom, it's all over with. But we've got a dandy here today as the Marshfield Tigers coming into this contest with a 7-6 conference record, 9-13 overall. They lost their last two ball games to Spash, who won the conference title. And they lost that by a score of 9-3 and also 4-2. But before that, they had won 3 ball games: a 12-2 beating of DC Everest, 9-3 over Waunakee, and 8-3 over Holman. And the Wausau West Warriors, they started out the season losing the first 6 ball games of the season, and then it was like win one here, lose one here, win one here, lose 2, then win 2, then lose 2. But they have playing great ball here in the last week and a half, 2 weeks, as they have won 4 of their last 5 ball games as they beat Toma 6-1, lost to Chippewa Falls, a very good Chippewa Falls team, 14-3, beat Wausau East 4-0 and 9-4, and beat Mosinee 14-6 over at Mosinee, as we had that game on Zaleski Sports last week. And Wausau West looking very, very good as head coach John Albee getting his team ready here right at the right moment as tournament time just around the corner. We'll go through the tournament stuff later on here as the girls are playing regionals today. We do have one regional girls game on the docket today, and that is I know it's DC Everest against somebody. I've got it written down here, but we'll get back to that. But otherwise, a full load of games, of boys' games this evening and this afternoon on Zaleski Sports as the umpires are going over the ground rules. It is senior day also for 8 seniors on this Marshfield team as Jacob Sadowska, Mason Anderson, Bryce Shoddy, Jackson Wernberg, Easton Ledden, Dayton Berger, Tyler Cum, and Evan Calverley, as they are seniors. But the sad point of this year, even though being senior, Mason Anderson and Tyler Cum will not be in uniform as Mason is going through an injury that happened in that Spash game and had a nose injury and a jaw injury. They say he may be ready for Legion baseball. Talking to head coach John Southworth and assistant Josh Schmitz, they figure they should have him for Legion ball. And Tyler Cum with a knee injury this last weekend. Hopefully there's kind of day-to-day with him. So it is senior day. They will be doing a special presentation also for these seniors. So we should have a good one here. As I mentioned, both of these teams playing very good ball. And the last time these two teams met was actually back in April. That would have been on April 23rd as the Tigers won 7-5 in only 6 innings because it was called after 6 innings. And the Tigers came up with a big one, and a big hit in that ball game was by Brody Carl as he hit a grand slam to key a 6-run 4th inning and leading the Tigers to a 7-5 win over Wausau West. And Tyler Cum got the win in that contest, and Parker Helke got the loss. So we're going to take a little break here as the umpires are just finishing up their pregame talks, and Tim Haig is about to give some announcements here also. So we're going to take a little break and bring our sponsors on board here. And you're watching high school baseball here on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Hello, I'm Jenny Shaner, Realtor, Next Home Hub City. If you're a first-time home buyer or seller, or you've been around the block, because of my experience, I'm able to help you in the most efficient way. I'm a full-time, full-service realtor. I focus on my clients 100%. Let's work together as a team for a win in your next real estate transaction.
Are you tired of being a boring old tree, bird, or mythical war hero? Find the right job for you at Express Employment. Stop today and discuss positions that fit your abilities and qualifications, leading you to the perfect job. Always local, always strategically selected to match your skill set with local employers. There's a perfect job out there. Let Express Employment professionals help you find it. In Wausau, Stevens Point, Medford, and Marshfield. Find jobs and apply online at expresspros.com.
Little Sprouts Learning Garden with 2 convenient central Wisconsin locations. Here's Brooke Sievers to tell us about it.
Little Sprouts has been around for almost 7 years here in Auburndale. In Rudolph, we've been open for about 2.5. We serve here in Auburndale, we have 6 weeks old up until 12-year-olds. And then in Rudolph, we have 1-year-olds up until 12-year-olds. The biggest thing that we do with them is we have play-based learning so that they learn through play with each other. And social skills are a huge part of what we do with them.
Find Little Sprouts Learning Garden on Facebook today.
We're back here at Jack Hackman Field as they are introducing the seniors and their parents down the third base line here. And great view from our center field camera there, showing the crowd. The crowd's moving in a little bit here slowly, but it's 5 o'clock game time. Fans will be coming in. I know Jim Sadowska was out here making the hamburgers and the brats and the dogs, doing a nice job. Had a nice flame on the grill there. And so I'll come on out for some supper. But our pregame show is brought to you by First Choice Credit Union. First Choice Credit Union in Marshfield serves anyone who lives or works in Wood, Marathon, Clark, or Portage counties. Make First Choice Credit Union your first choice for loans. And our starting lineup is brought to you by Hiller's True Value. Hurry in for huge savings at Hiller's True Value, soon to be Hiller's Ace Hardware. Save on Milwaukee outdoor power equipment, everything from chainsaws to string trimmers. Hiller's True Value, soon to be Hiller's Ace Hardware. For the Wausau West Warriors, as I mentioned, coming into the conference with a 4-9 record, 9-14 overall. And they are coached by John Albee in his 6th season, 19th overall, with 150 wins and 199 total losses. Leading off in playing right field, number 14, Cameron Blaski. Batting second and playing third base, number 10, Will Stengel. Batting third and pitching, number 11, Joe Graven. Batting on the cleanup spot for the Warriors today, the shortstop, number 23, Carson Thurs. Batting in the number 5 spot and playing first base, number 12, Ty Teske. In the 6th spot, the center fielder, number 13, Miles Walvogel. In the number 7 spot and playing left field, number 7, Alex Kepetz. Batting in the 8th spot, the designated hitter, Keegan Cruzen. He is DHing for number 5, Parker Helke, who's playing second base, and batting 9th and catching Rohan Robbins. For the Marshfield Tigers, who come into this contest with a 7-6 conference record and 9-13 overall. Leading off and playing shortstop, number 3, Jake Sadowska. Batting second and catching, freshman number 5, Jackson Zaleski. Batting in the 3 spot, the right fielder, number 10, Dylan Langhoff. Batting in the clean spot, the left fielder, number 9, Bryce Shoddy. Batting in the 5 spot for the Tigers, a first baseman, number 13, Dayton Berger. In the 6th spot for the Tigers, the center fielder, number 11, Jackson Wernberg. Batting 7th, the second baseman, number 4, who hit that grand slam against the Wausau West Warriors back in April. That's Brody Carl. Batting in the 8th spot, the third baseman, number 24, Evan Calverley. And batting 9th and pitching, John Will. In fact, we'll give you Will's numbers here coming into this contest. These are conference records. This will be his 5th appearance on the mound in conference. He is 1-0 overall, has pitched 6 2/3 innings, giving up 5 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts with a 2.10 ERA. Tyler Cum was supposed to throw in this contest, but because of the injury, John Will gets the nod. And pitching for the Wausau West Warriors. And let's see, that will be Joe Graven. This will be his third pitching appearance in the Valley this year. He's 0-1. He's thrown 4 1/3 innings, 14 hits, 9 runs, 8 earned runs, 2 walks, and 5 strikeouts. And now our national anthem. And our national anthem here from Hackman Field as Marshfield starting pitcher John will be warming up here just shortly. And we're going to take a couple breaks while he warms up. And we come back, we'll be ready for that first pitch. So we'll be right back right after these great messages from our sponsors.
Simple, clear, helpful, and built around you. This isn't just a new building, it's a new experience for our members and for the Stevens Point community. Now it's easier than ever to stop in when it works for you. With 24/7 drive-through access, our services fit your schedule, not the other way around. Here at Simplicity, that's the kind of experience we believe in. You'll still see the same friendly faces, now in a space designed to serve you better and enhance the community we're proud to be a part of. We can't wait to welcome you in.
Wisconsin shops at Gross Auto Group for 3 big reasons. No hassle pricing, lifetime warranty, massive selection, price to move. Gross Auto Group's no hassle pricing means the price you see is the price you pay. No back and forth, no wasted time. Our lifetime engine warranty means we want your new ride running for as long as you own it. And with 8 brands in 6 stores, Gross Auto has the ride you want at the price you need. 3 reasons, 3 towns. Gross Auto Group in Neilsville, Black River Falls, and Marshfield.
And we are back here at Hackman Field, and we're getting messages up here from players' parents up here that they're seniors and that. So I'll hand these over to Mr. Haig later on here. So, but we're just ready to for the first pitch here, and coming to the plate for the Wausau West Warriors will be the right fielder Cameron Blasky. As let's see what Cameron's done so far in conference here, as. This is his 13th conference game on the season. He's 5 for 33 on the season, hitting 152 for the Wausau West Warriors. Warriors only hitting 217, the lowest team in the Wisconsin Valley, batting-wise. Had a little problems earlier in the season, but they've come around and been doing a nice job. As I mentioned, they've won 4 of their last 5 ball games. And the first pitch to Blasky from John Will is a call strike, catching right at the knees. Will with the windup and down in the dirt. Nice stop by Zaleski. In fact, this is Jackson's. Jackson is only a freshman, filling in for Mason Anderson, who is out for the season. And we'll see what kind of catcher Tigers have here for the future. As Zaleski, as I mentioned, just a freshman behind the plate. And a line shot down the line for Cameron and out the left and bobbled a little bit. And going in with a sliding double is Cameron Blasky. As Wausau West Warriors threatening right away here. And bringing up the third baseman, Will Stengel, as Will on the season hitting 286 with 1 RBI on the season. He's walked 3 times, struck out 5, and he has scored 4 times for the Warriors. As Will takes a look at second, and the pitch upstairs for a ball. Game time temperature here is, I'll have to flip my sheet over here, as I had it here just a minute ago. It was, I want to say it was like 87 degrees, if I'm not mistaken. Here we go, 87 degrees. And next pitch catches the outside corner for a call strike. 1-1 count. The number 2 hitter, Will Stengel. Yeah, it's 78 degrees, partly cloudy skies. The clouds have just started rolling in from the southwest here. It feels like 87 degrees. We got the winds out of the southwest at 6 miles per hour. And humidity, not too bad, 41%, the dew point of 59. So I know when we opened the trailer to our ball game, where our equipment is, everything down there, it was 102 when Gavin opened that up. And it's cooled down a little bit now, so they'll be fine down there. I've got them some water, and they're set to give you a great ball game here today. And a swing and a miss, and that's a strikeout, and that's a Serve Pro strikeout. Call Serve Pro for the number 1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Serve Pro like it never happened. So Will Stengel goes down swinging for out number 1, bringing up Joe Graven, an all-conference selection last year for the Wausau West Warriors, right-handed hitter, as he is on the mound today. And Joe hitting 300 on the season, top hitter on this Wausau West Warriors team. Has 4 RBIs in conference-wise. Pitch right down the main drag, as John Will looking very good to start out this first inning. As John gets the sign from Jackson, shakes him off a couple times. From the stretch, takes a look at second. And the pitch. And nice stop down in the dirt there by Jackson. Special thanks to our game day sponsors, Art's Body Shop, Bruce Orthodontics, Taqueria Monarca over in the mall there. Great place to eat. And Partners Bank and Hefco Floral. And next pitch, and a line shot right past Sadowska. And rounding third and coming home, the throw. And not in time, knocked down by Jackson. Has no advancement by Graven, and Graven gets credit with an RBI single, and the Wausau West Warriors get on the board first here, 1-0 in the top of the first, as a base hit past Jake Sadowska at short, and Blasky scoring from second. So Graven helping his own cause. And bringing up the cleanup hitter, Carson Thurs. Carson on the season, hitting .250 with 7 RBIs, leading the ball club in conference this year. And, ooh, very close throw there, as Graven did not slide. He stepped back in, and it was a bang-banger. Very, very close play. And got him this time, as Graven slided back in. And the first base coach not really happy with that call. But Graven getting picked off. 1-3 for the second out. As first base coach let the umpire know he was not very happy with that call. So nobody on base now for the Warriors. And a pop-up down the third base side, going back and out of play. As it bounces over and stays out of the diamond next to us, as the JV team is playing next door. And actually Columbus is scheduled to play also, and they are playing Partyville over at Stanford Field, located on the campus of Marshfield Senior High. Pitch down low to Carson Thurs. As if nobody knows where Partyville is, it's just east of Portage, Wisconsin. And we do a lot of camping down in that area at Pride of America Campground, and Partyville just maybe about 7-8 miles just due east of Pride of America Campground, which is located south of Portage. And great time at that campground, and great shopping there at the Piggly Wiggly also. So, but great area down in there. Very nice, friendly people as Partyville taking on the Columbus Catholic Dons over at Stafford Field today. Will from the windup, and following that one off by Thurs. Counts 1-2 with 2 down, nobody on. Warriors leading 1-0 here in the top of the first inning. As John shakes a couple signs off from Jackson, and the delivery. And a curveball goes down swinging, and that's a Serve Pro strikeout. And call Serve Pro for the number 1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Serve Pro like it never happened. So as John Will gets out of the situation there, picks up a couple strikeouts, the Warriors come up with 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and no one left. And after having to play, it's Wausau West Warriors 1 and the Marshfield Tigers coming to bat. And you're watching high school baseball in the Wisconsin Valley here on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com. I think you can get away with 3.
Good evening, folks. Matt LePay here. Ridgetop Exteriors is kicking off your roof replacement like pros. Old shingles off, decking down, ice and water guard set. Textbook protection. Underlayment follows. Sealed tight like an O-line. Valleys flashed. Shingles installed row by row. Captain ventilated. The crew scoops every nail, leaving no yard marker behind. This project's wrapped. Your turn to call the play at ridgetopexteriors.com.
Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your copier contracts? Do you even know how much you're spending? Bauernfeind Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts. If you're currently a customer, thank you. If you currently work with one of our competitors, let's talk. We can tell you if you're overpaying or getting a good deal. BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with. b-bt.com.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
We are back here at Jack Heckman Field as we're in the bottom of the first inning. Tigers coming to bat here, and leading off for the Tigers, the shortstop Jake Sadowska. Jake on the season, second top hitter on this Tiger ball club, hitting .436. As I mentioned, Mason Anderson, their top hitter, out for the year, and leads the team in RBIs. Mason does, but Jake's got 7 this year. And he's 17 for 39 and takes the first pitch. Ground ball to short, over to first in time. Great play by Carson Thurs there at short. As Jake Sadowska taking that first pitch and grounding out, and bringing up now Jackson Zaleski, the freshman. And Jackson having actually a very good year as a freshman, hitting .333. A very promising ball player for Coach Southworth, as he's 11 for 33 in conference play with with a home run and 8 RBIs. So very tall, lanky kid, very muscular. And first pitch, catches that inside corner for a strike. In fact, the Tigers have a couple freshmen on this ball club this year, as both Jackson and we'll check to see who the other one is here. And pitch goes all the way to the backstop there by Joe Craven. And the other freshman, is John Will, also our starting pitcher. So great combination there, 2 freshmen. So they've thrown to each other in that 7th and 8th grade bunch. So as that one goes back to the net here. Count now 1-2 to Jackson Zaleski with 1 down. And the Warriors leading 1-0 here in the bottom of the first inning. Coming up after Jackson here is Dylan Langoff. One of the Dylan, actually only a sophomore, so you got two underclassmen back-to-back here. And pops that one up into the infield. And Thurs taking command out there and makes the catch for out number 2. Bringing up Dylan Langoff, the right fielder. And Dylan on the season, actually the number 3 hitter on this ball club, hitting .417. So this Tiger team looking very, very promising with a couple freshmen in John Will and also Jackson Zaleski, 2 freshmen, and Langoff here also. And Langoff, a shot down the right field line, gets by the first baseman and rounding the corner and hitting the brakes as Dylan takes that first pitch and a shot down the first base line past Teska at first. So the Tigers making a little noise here with 2 down in the bottom of the first inning. And bringing up the left-hand hitter, Bryce Shoddy, in a cleanup spot. Bryce hitting .300 on the season with 6 RBIs as he fouls that one off into the net. As I mentioned, tournament time just around the corner here for the Tigers. The regional start Tuesday, June 2nd, as Marshfield will travel to Menominee as the Tigers got a number 10 seed. And next pitch catches that inside corner right at the knees to Bryce Shoddy. 0-2 count. As Joe takes a look over at first. Nice lead at first. And a ground ball to short. Slow roller. Could be a tough play. Thurs with the throw. Throws it away. And we're going to give him a base hit and an error on that. A tough play by the shortstop Thurs. It was just a slow roller. And it'll be a base hit and an error on the shortstop. So the Tigers now with runners at second and third. Great situation here, scoring opportunity for the Tigers. Bringing up the first baseman, Dayton Berger, as Berger on the season hitting .273 with 10 RBIs. He's tied with Mason Anderson with 10 RBIs. Good man to have up right now as he's come through in the situations and fouls that first pitch off. So actually, as Dayton Bugar just inside. Well, I can't even read my own writing. I wrote it down wrong. It's a Bugar, I'm sorry. I put Burger on it. So. And nice stop by catcher for West. That's Robbins. That one was way outside. Count now 2-1. With runners at second and third here in the bottom of the first. As the Tigers threatening. Everything happening with 2 outs. As Graven takes a look at second and the pitch. And upstairs for a ball. 3-1. As Dayton on the season, he's walked 9 times also this season. Actually leads the ball club with 9 walks in conference play. And a swing and a miss. So 3-2 count with 2 down. Runners will not be going because first base is open. As Graven taking his time. Brushes a couple pitches off. And time is called by Dayton as Dayton figures Joe's just taking a little bit too much time out there. Joe shakes 2 pitches off, finally set now. And the pitch. And fouling it off back to the net. Count remains 3-2 with 2 down. And Wausau West, they will be traveling to River Falls on Tuesday, as they are the 13th seed in River Falls, the number 4 seed. So pretty much the Valley going against the Big Rivers Conference in that sectional bracket. And a ground ball up the middle, comes up with a big RBI, maybe 2. As Dayton Bugar with a 2-run single picks up RBI number 11 and 12 in the conference and gives the Tigers a 2-1 lead here. And bringing up Jackson Wernberg. Jackson on the season, hitting .273 in conference with an RBI. As Marshfield, known as a very good hitting ball club this year, they are second in the Valley, hitting .334. And pitching-wise, they're actually second with a 2.90 earned run average this year also. So good combination. Just the Tigers started out a little slow, losing the first 3 and then bouncing back and winning a few. But good. They've come along in the last 2 weeks, playing some great ball. They had a stretch in there where they lost 7 in a row, but then won 3 in a row, and then lost 2 to Stevens Point. But winning 2 big non-conference games, and a shot down to third base line, and a great stop, and not in time, but a great defensive play by Will Stengel down at third base line. That's why they call that the hot spot down there, the hot corner, as Stengel made a great stab at that, gloved it, got up, and threw a one-hopper to first, but not in time, and Wernberg with a single. So the Tigers with 4 straight hits here and leading 2-1 with Bugar at second and Wernberg at first. And a pitch down low to Brody Carl. Brody with that grand slam home run back in the 4th inning when these 2 teams met back in April to put the Tigers ahead and come away with a victory at Wausau West in just 6 innings as the rains came. And hopefully the rains will hold off here. Pitch down low into the dirt. Makes the count 2-0 with 2 down. Tigers leading in the hit column here also 4-2. As everything here has happened with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 1st inning for the Tigers. And next pitch hits the outside corner for a call strike. Brody Carl on the season. Brody hitting 190 on the season, but has 7 RBIs to go with that grand slam and 3 other RBIs during the conference season. And another one catching that outside corner as Graven just painting the corners there today. 2s across the boards. 2-2 count with 2 down. And runners at first and second for the Tigers. And the pitch. And a ground ball to third and out to left field. And the Tigers are going to score, as coming all the way around from second is Dayton, as Brody Carl picks up his 8th RBI, as the Tigers have put together 5 straight hits to take a 3-1 lead here. And so now runners again at first and second, and Evan Calverley batting, the 3rd baseman, as Everly on the season actually this is only his 3rd ball game on the season, gets the start at third base, as due to injuries to some of the Tigers a little slim on the bench today with only 3 reserves, as if John Will does not go all the way. And a base pop up to second for out number 3. But the Tigers come up with 3 runs on 5 hits, 1 error, and 2 left. And after 1 complete inning of play, it's the Marshfield Tigers 3 and the Wausau West Warriors 1. And you're watching Wisconsin Valley Conference Baseball here on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
The quality materials that was used when the house was built were below builder grade. I wanted to do something a little exciting, add a little bit of color, a little bit of texture. The Infinity team took time to get to know us. He wanted to know what we wanted. Once he saw my design, he says, well, let's make this happen. It's a big project. Just changed the whole look of the house, and it looks like a brand new home. The Infinity team treated us like we were their family. I would recommend Infinity to anybody.
So, after a couple years of this, it's time for more money and better opportunities. That's where Mid-State Technical College comes in.
Are you a born leader? Is hospitality your thing? Maybe you're into efficiency. Or do you love building teams? No matter your path, we've got cutting-edge classes with field-trained professionals and better tuition options. So stop getting by and level up today.
And we are back here at Jack Hackman Field as John Will finishing up his warm-up throws. And we want to tell you about the big celebration coming to Marshfield this weekend. It's Marshfield's Dairy Fest and Say Cheese on Friday, May 29th and Saturday, May 30th. Enjoy the Mayor's Breakfast, parade, and live music at Nutscape 2 and more. For more info, go to marshfieldchamber.com. That's Marshfield's Dairy Fest this weekend. And leading off for the Wausau West Warriors is Ty Teskey. And running a line shot out the right, and coming in to make that catch is Langoff for out number 1 as Ty takes that first pitch. As this game's moving along, these ball players, a lot of them are taking the first pitch. I know the Tigers started out, the first 2 batters was boom, boom, but then the Tigers kind of waited on Joe Graven and came up with some big hits as they had 5 hits after 2 were out and put 3 on the board in that first inning. And up now is Miles Walvogel as Miles playing center field for the Warriors, and Miles hitting, hitting .222 on the season with an on-base percentage of .364. He has 2 RBIs on the season. He's 6 for 27. He's appearing in his 11th conference game. As John Will working with a 1-1 count here and 1 down in the top of the second inning. And pitch just down low, as John wants a different ball. As I mentioned, both the pitcher and the catcher, both freshmen, and having a great season as Jackson Zaleski coming into this game hitting .333, and John Will looking very impressive on the mound. This is his 5th game on the season. He comes in with a 2.10 earned run average. So along with John Will and also Mason Polga, who was a freshman this year, Mason 1-1 on the season, a very good right-hander. And a foul ball. The umpire was going to signal that it was a catch, but actually it was not a catch. It came off the glove. From my angle, the ball came down right away. He foul tipped it off, but it's got to be a complete catch to get that 3rd strike. So it's actually considered a foul ball, foul ball is the right call. Great job by the umpires there to go down, talk about it. In fact, it's a really tough call for a home plate umpire. He's got to get help from his partner, and both of these guys communicated really well, because from that angle, you're kind of blocked out by the catcher. So a home plate umpire doing a nice job of going to communicate. And Miles fouls that one off. Count remains 2-2 with 1 down. As I mentioned, Marshfield pitching staff doing a very nice job. Ground ball and right through the legs of Brody Carl at second, and that will be an error. Routine ground ball. He went down to one knee and just did not watch it go into the glove and went right underneath that glove. And so Waldvogel on with an error, bringing up Alex Capitz. As Alec, let's see what he's doing on the year. He's hitting 200 on the season. He's got 3 RBIs. He's got a couple sacrifice hits also on, and the first pitch right at the letters at the inside corner for a call strike. On deck is the designated hitter, Keegan Cruzen. Throw over to first, and back in plenty of time is Waldvogel. Girls tournament action going on also, as I know the Marshfield Tigers are also at home tonight. And next pitch outside. So a lot of action going on over at the high school as the Columbus Catholic Dons taking on Partyville, and the girls over there. Trying to think, I think it was. And we've got time as, and let's see here. The Tiger girls are playing Sparta. That's what I thought. As Marshfield's the number 5 seed, Sparta the number 12 seed. The winner of that contest will take on the winner of the Superior Hudson game. And most likely that would, if Hudson wins, it will be at Hudson on Thursday. So the Tigers hoping to advance to that regional. And a throw down to second. And the umpire's going to say it was safe. It was a high throw by Jackson, but it was a very, Jackson, I'll tell you, with a little more experience, Jackson is going to be a very, very fine catcher. He popped out of that catcher's position and just fired it. I mean, the throw was a little high. If it would have been down a little bit, I think they would have had him, but the call by the umpire is safe. So a runner now at second in Waldvogel. And a call strike, as Waldvogel actually picked up his 3rd stolen base in conference on that steal. So a runner at second, 1 down, 2-2 count to the right-hand hitter, Alex Capitz. And strike 3, and that's a Serve Pro strikeout. Serve Pro, the number 1 in cleanup and restoration. Call Serve Pro like it never happened. So, 3rd strikeout of the day for John Will. And bringing up the DH, Keegan Cruzen. As Keegan on the conference season stats here, hitting .250 with an on-base percentage of .333. He's got 4 RBIs on the season and scored a couple times. Right-hand hitter. He's got 1 strike on him. 0-1 count with 2 down. Runner in scoring position in Waldvogel. Will takes a look at him at second. Throws and catches the outside corner for a call strike. 0-2. There's a few Wausau fans not very happy with that call, but you usually get those in the stands. Will takes a look at second, and the pitch. And a call, strike 3, and it doesn't matter, as that is the 3rd out, and another Serve Pro strikeouts. Call Serve Pro, the number 1 in cleanup and restoration. Serve Pro like it never happened, as John Will picks up strikeout number 4. And for the Warriors in the top of the 2nd inning, no runs on no hits, 1 error, and 1 left. And after 1.5 innings of play, it's the Marshfield Tigers 3 and the Wausau West Warriors 1. And you're watching Wisconsin Valley Conference Baseball here on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Hey, you're tuned in to Better Halves.
Skip, I love my hometown, and I want a health plan that feels the same way. So, what are your favorite local date spots?
Oh, yeah, I know like all the date spots in Eclair. Jane, I'm Steve from security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life, and that means I understand your health coverage needs better.
By the way, Doug, it's Eau Claire. I have a dozen Eclairs in my dressing room.
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, how can I help you?
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken has been voted best pizza in Marshfield 16 years in a row. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken is ready for your call now. Choose drunken chicken, BLT, Western, mac and cheese, sweet chili chicken, and more. Plus, Scotty's has broasted chicken, fish sandwiches, salads, and desserts. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, 715-384-8118 and scottyspizza.com.
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, how can I help you?
And we are back here at Jack Hackman Field. My producer's doing a great job. I mean, perfect timing with the commercials and everything as we come right back just before the first pitch here. Both job, Bella and Gavin doing a great job in the trailer there today. A little warm in there, but great job by both of you today. So, and the first pitch, a swing and a miss as the number 9 hitter, John Will, leads the second inning off for the Tigers. And John follows that one off down the right field side. And John on the season, very fine, 313. And I'll tell you, another freshman with John Will and Jackson Zaleski. I'll tell you, this team looks very, very promising down the road as John Will, 10 for 32 with 2 RBIs. He's walked twice, but I'll tell you, doing a great job on the mound and takes a call, strike 3 for out number 1. And that is the first strikeout by Joe Graven. And we'll go back to the top of the batting order of Jake Sadowska. Jake, a senior this year and going up to Superior to play some college ball next year. Might have to hope they have a lot of road games to begin the season because the snow usually does not go away. And a shot up the middle by Jake takes that first pitch. He took that first pitch when the Tigers came up in the first inning and grounded out to short. But take that first pitch and went it right over the top of Joe Graven's head and up the middle for a base hit. So the Tigers with a runner on here in the bottom of the second inning with 1 down. And bringing up Jackson Zaleski, who popped out to the shortstop back in the first inning. As Jackson on the year has, he's got 8 RBIs on the season. Very aggressive hitter, very smart hitter at the plate. And the pitch. And a fly ball out to center field. And making the catch is Walvogel for out number 2. Bringing up Dylan Langoff as he started this whole thing back in the first inning with 2 down, and he singled and eventually scored. And right after he got that hit, there was 4 more hits after that, and the Tigers put up 3 runs on the board. And so a good eye by Dylan. Very close pitch there. Very comfortable lead by Sadowska and goes. And fouled on the left field line as Sadowska will take off. He's got the speed. As Jake on the season has 8 stolen bases in the conference. One of the top, we'll call him one of the top thieves in Wisconsin Valley baseball in stealing bases. My opinion, an all-conference selection as Jake goes back head first into first base there. Great shot there by our staff down there, Bella and Gavin. As we've got cameras all over the place as we're getting ready, as this actually is the site for the AAA American Legion State Tournament this year. That will be in the first part of August. Looking forward to that. Field right now looks fantastic. This is actually the best I have seen this field in a long, long time. This late in the season. A ground ball the third. And just gets him. Just gets Dillon. A great play by Stengel. He's made some great plays over there. So the Tigers, no runs on one hit, no errors, and one left. And after 2 complete innings, it's the Marshfield Tigers 3 and the Wausau West Warriors 1. And you're watching Wisconsin Valley Conference Baseball here on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Cobeson Bus is hiring. It's drivers that they need. Cobeson Bus is hiring. It's the perfect job for me.
Cobeson Buses would like to thank all of our school bus drivers throughout the state of Wisconsin for their safe driving. If you would like to make a difference in your community with a fun and rewarding part-time job, apply at Cobeson.com.
Cobeson Bus is hiring. It's the perfect job for me.
Retirement is a balancing act because everyone's financial situation is unique. A reverse mortgage loan can transform your home's equity into accessible cash, whether it's to pay off your mortgage, cover bills, or fund your dreams.
The cash is there if we need it, and it just takes a little stress off of our lives.
You have something else to fall back on.
Call me, Josh Kilty, your local retirement mortgage specialist, for a free consultation to help bring financial stability to your life.
And we are back here at Jack Hackman Field and looking at radar over in that between Neilsville and that Lynn area. They've got a big thunderstorm over there. It's just to the southwest of us. We'll see which way that thing's going to move. And we may get a little rain. It doesn't look like that. It's going to break up a little bit. We might just get a little bit of rain coming through, but I don't think enough to stop action here. But last time these two teams met up at Wausau, it was stopped after the 6th inning. But yeah, a nice storm going over into that Lynn and Granton area right now. So we'll keep an eye on that. There's John Will with the delivery. And a fly ball out to center field, and getting the radar and making the catch is Jason Wernberg for out number 1. And that was Rohan Robbins flying out there for out number 1. Back to the top of the batting order is Cameron Blasky, as Cameron doubled and scored back in that first inning. Started out the game with a double. And it's getting just a little breezy, moving my papers around a little bit here. There's John Will with the pitch right down Main Street with a nice breaking ball for strike 1. The rankings came out also this week of quite a few ball clubs in the area that we cover. Another breaking ball, nice breaking ball by John Will. 0-2 count. New scoreboard out here at Hackman Field, sponsored by the Marshfield Clinic and Wheeler Chevrolet and Nasonville Dairy. And a ground ball to Sadowska, 2-hopper, throws over. Very strong arm by Jake for out number 2. As Jake took it on that second hop to retire Cameron Blasky, bringing up Will Stengel. Will struck out swinging back in the first inning. As you can see on our screen, the clouds back over in that southern part over there, as we had a nice shot of the clouds area. And that south, if the storm comes in, it will come in from the southwest over here. And a call strike. Germantown leading Division 1 with an outstanding 23-0 record this year. Team to watch in our area is Hudson. Hudson is ranked number 6. Very good ball club, as Marshfield had them on the ropes early in the year. They were up 10-0, and Hudson just came back and landed up winning that game 12-11. And then, of course, Chippewa Falls came into Marshfield just about a week ago and took a doubleheader from the Tigers. Fly ball coming in, and 1-hopper taken by Wernberg, and coming up with a base hit is Stengel. So the Warriors get a runner with 2 down here in the top of the 3rd inning, and bringing up Joe Graven, who singled back in the First inning with an RBI, knocking in Blasky. And then we've got Stevens Point, ranked number 9, Hortonville, number 14, and Kaukauna, number 16. So some good representation there. Breaking ball by Will, catches the outside corner for a call, strike one. In Division 2, Pewaukee is the number 1 team there. The only one pretty much in this area in Division 2 is Rhinelander, and they're ranked 18th, former Wisconsin Valley Conference team. And then we go to good breaking ball as looked pretty good from up here, but just missed, according to the umpire. In Division 3, we've got some good representation there as Kewaunee leads with a 23-0 record, and Stratford ranked number 5, and they are 21-5 as Stratford will take on Pittsville down in Pittsville tomorrow in a non-conference game. That game was added onto the schedule as Stratford had a few washed out this year, and so did Pittsville. So Stratford and Pittsville are getting together tomorrow. It should be a great contest down there in Pittsville. Fall Creek, number 7th. Stratford was supposed to play them, but they played a conference game, a makeup game. And following that one off is Graven, staying alive. And then Wittenberg-Burningwood is number 10. They're 22-3 on the season. Marathon moved into that top 20 spot. They're number 16th. Now, great club. They co-champions with Stratford in the Merwood Conference South. And then Bondwell, a very good ball club, ranked number 20th and 17-5 overall record. And then great representation in Division 4 as Barneville leads with a 20-0 conference record. Pittsville, as I mentioned, they are 20 wins, 3 losses, and 1 tie. And a strikeout by John Will. And that is a Serve Pro strikeout. Serve Pro, like it never happened. And strikeout number 5 for John Will. And we'll come back with the rest of that rankings right after we have our commercial messages. But no runs on 1 hit, and no errors, and 1 left. And after 2.5 innings to play, it's Marshfield 3 and Wausau West 1. And you're watching Wisconsin Valley Conference Baseball here on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Join us for Marshfield's Dairy Fest. Say cheese! Kick things off on Friday, May 29th with the Mayor's Breakfast from 5:30 to 9:30 a.m. Then at 5 p.m., head to Columbia Park for a night of family-friendly entertainment, including the play, Winnie the Pooh, and Friends. The fun continues on Saturday, May 30th with the parade at 11 a.m. Afterward, make your way to Wenzel Family Plaza for more activities. Be sure to explore the craft show at Chestnut and West 3rd Street, and while you're there, stop by the Pie and Ice Cream Social at the Upham Mansion. Wrap up the day at the Outdoor Beer Garden, hosted by Nuts Deep 2, featuring live music. For more information, visit marshfieldchamber.com.
Man, that furnace is just going down and retirement's not working out how we wanted to have it happen. What can we do?
Let's see what Donnie has to say.
At Citizens Financial Services, located at Citizens State Bank, we specialize in developing unique plans for our clients to provide guidance in retirement. A customized plan starts with your goals, your needs, paired with a well-thought-out strategy to address those goals.
I think this is going to work.
To set up a time, call me, Donnie Snyder, at 715-486-8151.
And we're back here at Jack Heckman Field, and I see that ad for Dairy Fest Net, and of course the big draw always, the Wisconsin band coming in. Great entertainment, I'll tell you. They put on a show. And so if you get a chance to go to the parade, and then later on they'll put on a show at the Wenzel Plaza. And I'll tell you, they put on a great show. It's not as big as it is at Camp Randall, but it's a great show. So Dairy Fest this weekend. And leading off for the Wausau West Warriors here in the 4th inning, taking that first pitch and hitting it out to center field and making a great catch out there is Wernberg, as great speed as Langoff was coming from right field. Wernberg from center and makes a diving and rolling catch for out number 1 as Carson Thurs hit a great shot in the right center field power alley, and a great catch by Jackson out there for out number 1. And Ty Teskey now up as he lined out to right field out there to Langoff back in the 2nd inning. Going through those rankings in Division 4, Barneville leads that with a 20-0 record. Pittsville, 20 wins, 3 losses, and 1 tie. Columbus Catholic is number 3 at 17-5. And a ground ball to short, and a diving Sadowska just cannot reach it. And Teskey coming up with a base hit to get it going here for the Wausau West Warriors, trailing 3-1 here in for the Tigers. I'm sorry, I'm on the wrong side here. That catch out there, my mistake was by Walvogel out there, as I had my sheet on the wrong side. My fault. And Shoddy. And next pitch to Wernberg is a strike. Well, that's my goof up, I hope, for the day now, as Bugar lands up with his second hit. And up now is Jackson Wernberg. In fact, I think I felt a few sprinkles coming down, but nothing really amounting to much out here. There's an umbrella open down here. We've got a timeout. As Graven, and a shot, one hopper to second, to first, not in time. Well, a little bang banger there as Wernberg beats that out. It was just slow enough that Thurs could not get a quick throw to the second baseman, Helke. But now, as Coach John Albee out there talking to the first base umpire. I don't know if he was talking about interference possibly or what, but the call's going to stand as Wernberg is on with a fielder's choice and bringing up Brody Carl, as Brody got his big hit, had an RBI back in the first inning, and fouls that one off. Throw over to first and gets away, and going to second is Wernberg, and that will be a throwing error on the pitcher. So the Tigers with a runner in scoring position here with 2 down. They did all their damage back in the first inning with 2 down, as the first two players, Sadowska and Zaleski, made outs, but then 5 consecutive singles put 3 runs on the board for the Stratford Tigers, or Stratford Tigers, Marshfield Tigers. Joe taking his time out on the mound, and the pitch, and a swing and a miss, mighty cut by Brody Carl, the second baseman. Brody, a junior, one of 5 juniors on this Marshfield team. Breaking ball upstairs. 1-2 count with 2 down here in the bottom of the third inning. That's Graven with the delivery, and a foul ball down the third base line. As the umpires warning the players that they have to have a helmet on. You know, that's why one of the rules here, you know, you look in the major leagues, you have to wear a helmet. They put that rule in many years ago. And then the American Legion put that rule in also, that the coaches had to wear helmets. But now you look at high school and the coaches do not have to wear helmets. So I mean, if you think it's good enough for the major leagues and also American Legion, I'm wondering why they have not put that rule in. And it's been quite a while since the American Legion put that rule in. The National Federation has not put it in. And a pitch outside for a ball. Makes the count now 3-2 with 2 down here in the bottom of the third inning. As Joe Grieven out on the mound, taking his leisurely time. And the pitch. And a pop-up out to right field and making the catch for out number 3 is Cam Blasky with the catch. And the Tigers come up empty-handed here in the third inning. They get 1 run, or no runs, on 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 left. And after 3 innings of play, it's the Marshfield Tigers 3 and the Wausau West Warriors 1. And you're watching Wisconsin Valley Conference Baseball here on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
I got referred to the orthodontist, and I was really nervous, but in my 2-year process, the staff was very welcoming and very kind to me. My brother also had treatment here, and he was very happy with the smile. I'd recommend Bruce Orthodontics to all my friends and family that want a beautiful smile just like us.
When I come in for my appointment, the wait is really short. All of the workers are very kind and sweet. They try to make sure that everything in my mouth is just right after my checkup, and Dr. Bruce is very nice.
I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile.
Call us to set up your free consultation today.
At House of Heating, making your home comfortable is our biggest priority. That's why we offer dependable HVAC solutions and quality work in central Wisconsin. Our pros are knowledgeable in a wide variety of services so you can feel confident in your results. They'll offer the support you need, whether it's putting in a modern HVAC system or working on and maintaining your current unit. Get in touch with House of Heating at 715-384-3163 or contact houseofheating.com. House of Heating, heating and cooling the air you breathe.
And we are back here at Jack Hackman Field and moving right along with our ads here also. And our great sponsors, we would like to thank them for sponsoring this ball game tonight. And appeal down to first base, and Carson Thurs, they're saying, went around for a strike. It was an inside pitch, but first base umpire had a great angle on that. This John Will looking very, very impressive out on the mound tonight. As next pitch, low and outside. As I mentioned before on these rankings, in 6th in the Division 4 is Eau Claire Emmanuel Lutheran, who had been number 1 for quite a while. And a call strike. And then Tigerton is 7th, Rib Lake 8th, Iowa Scandinavia 16th, and Loyal taking a big drop as they've been lost quite a few ball games, and actually they've lost 8 on the season and still ranked 17th. But yeah, they started out very, very strong, and I think that when Columbus took 2 games from them for the conference title, they just went downhill and just have not had it in the last 2 weeks here. And a fly ball out to right field, and making the catch out there is Dylan Langhoff for out number 1. And bringing up Ty Teskey. Ty lined out to the right fielder. Back in the second inning. Left-handed hitter.
With 1 out, the batter is number 12, Ty Teskey.
As the Tigers lead in the run column and the hit column. Tigers 3 runs on 7 hits, 1 error. And the Wausau West Warriors 1 run on 3 hits and 2 errors. And the first pitch to Ty Teskey is low and inside for ball 1. Save up to $260 on a select set of 4 installed Goodyear tires with a Goodyear credit card during the Memorial Day event through May 29th at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. Details at SherrillTire.com. As a ground ball to the first baseman, Dayton Bugar, and he bobbled that, and nobody came over to actually cover. And the Tigers will pick up their second error. So 83 on the play as John Will forgot to run over. Anytime there's a ball hit to the right side, that pitcher should be coming off of the mound to possibly cover first base. So a physical error and a mental error on that, but you only mark the physical ones in the book. So Wausau West Warriors with a runner on first now with one down and a 1-0 count to Miles Walvogel, who reached on a ground ball error back in the second inning and stole a base in the second inning, but was left stranded there as John Will got out of that situation with back-to-back strikeouts. John Wall looking very, very good on the mound. He's got 5 strikeouts, no walks in today's contest. From the stretch. And the pitch. Up high. And pitch count, he's at 56, so he's looking pretty good here looking into the 4th inning. What's really nice with this new scoreboard also, they have the pitch count of both pitchers listed up there also, as you are only entitled to 100 pitches. And that is, I put the jinx on there. As I mentioned, John had not walked a batter yet in this contest, and he walks his first one, as Wausau West now threatening here in the top of the 4th inning, as runners at first and second. Walvogel at first and Teskey at second. Brings up the left fielder, Alex Capitz, as Alex struck out back in the second inning. As John Will. And Alex fouls that one off. And I found out today if the Stratford Tigers girls team wins today in regional action, we will be covering that ball game on Thursday. It would be at Stratford with a Stratford win, and that will be at Stratford. That would be, I'm thinking, about a 4:45 ball game, as usually most of the Tiger games have been starting at 4:45, and they will take on, let's see, I'll have to, it would either be the winner of the Peshtigo-Clintonville game, and we'll be covering that one on Zaleski Sports on Thursday, so looking forward to that. A regional final as the Stratford Tiger girls looking very good. And a call, strike 3 right on the outside corner. And that's a Serve Pro strikeout. Call Serve Pro for all the number 1 in cleanup and restoration. Serve Pro like it never happened. And strikeout number 6 for John Will. And 2 down. And runners at first and second. It's John taking his time out on the mound. And a slow roller to third. Picked up nicely by Calverley and throws over to first to Bugar for out number 3. So the Tigers get out of another jam as the Wausau West Warriors left 2 stranded this inning. No runs on no hits. 1 error and 2 left. And after 3.5 innings of play, we're still at 3-1 Tigers. And you're watching Wisconsin Valley Baseball here on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Tired of hearing about checking account features? So are we. It's more about what you can do with your money to live the life you want. Forward Bank puts your access to everything you need in the palm of your hand. Mobile deposit, recurring digital payments, transfer funds, or pay a friend easily. Yes, our checking is free and includes all that you would expect. It's supported by your neighbors and friends at Forward, dedicated to serving our communities. Open online today at forward.bank.
For 63 years, Hiller's True Value has proudly served Marshfield and central Wisconsin. Now, we're excited to begin a new chapter. Hiller's True Value is becoming Hiller's Ace Hardware, bringing you better pricing, a wider selection, and access to exclusive brands. You'll start to see some exciting changes around the store, all designed to make shopping easier than ever. But one thing will never change: the same friendly faces and trusted service you've counted on since day one. Hiller's Ace Hardware, still Hiller's, now with more tools to serve you better.
And we are back here at Jack Hackman Field, and we're going to the bottom of the 4th inning as the Tigers will send the number 8 hitter, third baseman Evan Calverley, as Evan popped out to the second baseman back in the first inning.
Leading out for the Tigers, number 24, Evan Calvert.
As Joe Graven moving right along, and that is pitch number 48 for Joe, so he's looking pretty good also. Both pitchers with very, fast innings, not many pitches. And down low for a ball. Actually, that walk that we had that John Will gave up last inning was actually the first walk in today's ball game. So great contact. Batters being very aggressive at the plate. As Evan fouls that one off, it's 1-2 count now to Evan Calverley. John Will on deck, then back to the top of the batting order for the Tigers. As Graven gets set, and the pitch, and a breaking ball, and in the hole for a base hit. As Evan, a little roller to the right side as the second baseman was playing way over to the second base bag in a big hole there. And Evan just kind of punched it through there for a base hit. And bringing up the number 9 hitter and the pitcher, John Will, as John struck out back in the second inning. And in fact, that is Evan's first hit this season in conference play. So that improves his batting average now from 0-0-0 to 1. Let's see. He's 1 for 6 now in there. So he's hitting about about 168 now in the conference. And a pitch down low as John Will squared around the bunt. John sacrifice hits this year. Has one actually. As a Tiger team in conference, they only have 3 sacrifice hits and 5 sacrifice flies in conference play. And a ground ball to third past the diving third baseman Will Stengel, and a base hit for John Will. And moving to second is Calverley as the Tigers get the first 2 batters on here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And back to the top of the batting order, Jake Sadowska. And going to have a courtesy runner. And coming in courtesy running is number 21, Wes Nowitzki. Nowitzki, as Coach John Southworth told me, that we've only got 3 reserves on the bench tonight because of injuries that are happening to the Tiger team. As Mason Anderson out for the year. And a call strike on the outside corner to leadoff hitter Jake Sadowska. And of Tyler Cum, with a slight knee injury, he is day-to-day, so we'll see if he'll be ready for tournament play, as Marshfield will take on this same Wausau West team on Thursday over at Wausau. Fly ball out the left field, and Alex Capitz makes the catch on that for out number 1. Sadowska flying out for out number 1, and Jackson Zaleski, who's 0 for 2 on the day, has popped out to the shortstop in the first and flew out to the center fielder in the second inning. Tigers in their all-white uniforms with orange trim. And a call strike, as Jackson doesn't believe that one. He thought that was a little high, but he's going to have to live with it, as the umpire is not going to change his mind. As Joel with the delivery. Breaking ball just missed. As Jackson Zaleski catching for the injured Mason Anderson, and doing a very, very nice job behind the plate for the Marshfield Tigers. And the pitch. Down low for ball 2. 2-1 with 1 down. Tiger runners at first and second with Calvary at first and Nowitzki, the courtesy runner, at first. And a ground ball to short, could be 2 to second for 1. And out. And a double play. It goes 6-4-3 for the Wausau West Warriors. The Tigers come up with no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left. And after 3.5 innings, after 4 complete innings of play, it's the Marshfield Tigers 3 and the Wausau West Warriors 1. And you're watching Wisconsin Valley Conference Baseball here on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsLivered.com.
Wondering what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield has tasty char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between. Check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See Chips' complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream, all served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield. Be a champ and have a chipperific day.
Hello, I'm Jenny Shaner, Realtor, Next Home Hub City. If you're a first-time home buyer or seller, or you've been around the block, because of my experience, I'm able to help you in the most efficient way. I'm a full-time, full-service realtor. I focus on my clients 100%. Let's work together as a team for a win in your next real estate transaction.
And we are back here at Jack Hackman Field. We're going to the top of the 5th inning as the Marshfield Tigers lead the Warriors 3-1. As the Warriors came up with a run in that first inning, and the Tigers came back with 3, scoring those 3 runs after 2 were out. The first 2 batters in the Tigers lineup made out, and 5 straight singles by the Tigers put 3 runs on the board. And coming to the plate now for the Wausau West Warriors is the catcher, Rohan Robbins. As John Will looking very impressive on the mound for the Tigers. And fouling that one off is Robbins. Out of play and into the bleachers. Wheelers of Marshfield supports the hometown team. Stop at the Wheelers location nearest you and find a new vehicle for spring. Or schedule your upcoming service or get an oil change. Wheelers Chevrolet of Marshfield. The next pitch in the dirt. Bounces away from Zaleski. 1-1 count as John Will at pitch number 63 as John asks for a new ball. As Coach John Southworth has Mason Polga, the other freshman on this ball club, and a liner back to the mound. Will takes it on the second hop, throws over to first for out number 1 as Robbins. It's a liner back to Will. And back to the top of the batting order is Cameron Blasky, as Cameron 1 for 2 on the day. Doubled to start this ball game and scored on a base hit by Joe Graven to give the Warriors a 1-0 lead, and he grounded out to the shortstop back in the third, so 1 for 2 on the day. As the Wausau West Warriors with 3 hits in this ball game, but they have committed 3 errors, as the Tigers have committed 2 errors. And the Tigers lead in the hit department 9-3, as Warriors have stranded 4 in today's contest. And the Tigers have stranded 5 in today's conference. And next pitch catches that outside corner for a call strike to the leadoff hitter, Cameron Blasky, the right fielder. And Cameron fouls that one off, and that one will be just out of play as Dayton Bugar tries to run that one down, but ran out of real estate there. Felker Brothers of Marshfield, the leading manufacturer of stainless steel products, congratulates student athletes across central Wisconsin on your accomplishments, both on and off the courts and fields. Best of luck this season from Felker Brothers of Marshfield. John Will from the windup. And over the top of the head of Cameron Blasky for ball 2. 2-2 count with one down. Glad you could join us here at Hackman Field today on Zaleski Sports. And a call 3. Strike 3 on the outside corner. And that is strikeout number 7 for John Will. And brings 2 down now here in the top of the 5th inning. And bringing up Will Stengel. Will 1 for 2 in today's ball game. Struck out in the first and singled in the third. And a foul tip by Stengel for strike 1. Pitch number 70 by John Will. He could get, at the pace he's going, he could get through the 6th inning with no problem, I think. The fly ball, Sadowska going back and falls into no man's line for a base hit as Sadowska going back, and coming in was Shoddy and Wernberg coming in from center and falled right in between them as Stengel picks up his second hit of today's ball game.
Stengel drops one in between all the fielders
and bring up Joe Graven, the pitcher. Joe 1 for 2 on the day, singled with an RBI single in the first and struck out in the 5th. As the Warriors have had runners on base in every inning. First pitch upstairs. Wausau scored in that first inning. In the second inning, they reached on an error, and Walt Vogel stole second. He was stranded there. Base hit by Stengel in the third. He was stranded. And the Warriors had runners at first and second in the 4th inning with 1 out and left stranded there. And so next pitch comes into Graven for a call strike. 1-1 count with 2 down. Nice lead at first there by Will Stengel. And Stengel goes back to first after John Will stepped off the pitching rubber. And popping it up and coming back. And just it's one of the things that Jackson's going to have to learn. Anything that comes back, you got to rip that mask off, carry it with you. When you get the location, just toss it as far away as possible and take a good look, because the bars on that catcher's mask can impair your vision of the ball there also. So he's got to rip that mask off and go back and try to make that catch. And a call, strike 3 on a curveball. And strikeout number 8. And the third out. And the Wausau West Warriors get no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. And after 4.5 innings of play, it's the Marshfield Tigers 3 and the Wausau West Warriors 1. And you're watching high school baseball here on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Are you tired of being a boring old tree, bird, or mythical war hero? Find the right job for you at Express Employment. Stop today and discuss positions that fit your abilities and qualifications, leading you to the perfect job. Always local, always strategically selected to match your skill set with local employers. There's a perfect job out there. Let Express Employment professionals help you find it. In Wausau, Stevens Point, Medford, and Marshfield. Find jobs and apply online at expresspros.com.
Little Sprouts Learning Garden with 2 convenient central Wisconsin locations. Here's Brooke Sievers to tell us about it.
Little Sprouts has been around for almost 7 years here in Auburndale. In Rudolph, we've been open for about 2.5. We serve here in Auburndale, we have 6 weeks old up until 12-year-olds. And then in Rudolph, we have 1-year-olds up until 12-year-olds. The biggest thing that we do with them is we have play-based learning so that they learn through play with each other. And social skills are a huge part of what we do with them.
Find Little Sprouts Learning Garden on Facebook today.
And we are back here at Jack Hackman Field. I'm Mike Steinwagner along with Gavin Mueller and Bella Maurer. Bringing you this contest from Hackman Field on Zaleski Sports. We are in the bottom of the 5th inning, and the Tigers leading 3-1 as the Tigers come to bat. And leading off for the Tigers will be the right fielder, Dylan Langoff, as Dylan is 1 for 2 on the day. He singled and scored back in the first and grounded to third in the second. As Joe Graven looking very good after that first inning there, as he is at pitch number 61. He had a tough break as the Tigers teed off on him for 5 straight hits. And a ground ball to first, and picked up nicely there by Teska. Takes a couple steps on the bag for out number 1. So 3 out assisted there. And bringing up Bryce Shoddy, the cleanup hitter, as Bryce is 1 for 2 as he singled and scored back in that first inning and flew out to the center fielder back in the third. Left-hand hitter Bryce Shoddy as one of the seniors on this ball club. As I mentioned, 8 seniors on this ball club, but I'll tell you, these underclassmen look very nice. I mean, they've got 5 juniors, 2 sophomores, and 2 freshmen playing varsity ball this year, and I'll tell you, they look very, very good. And next pitch off the glove of the catcher Robbins. Back to the backstop here. 1-1 count with 1 down. Marshfield will be in action against the same Wausau West Ball Club on Thursday up at Wausau at the high school. Game time for that is at 5 o'clock. And then Wausau West will travel to River Falls in the D1 sectional first round and take on River Falls. And a line shot out to right field by Bryce Shoddy. Picks up his second hit of the ball game, as the Tigers have put a runner on every inning also. As they had their big first inning where they scored 3 runs and stranded 2. They stranded 1 in the second inning, stranded 1 in the third, and stranded 1 in the fourth. And now they have another runner again at first with Bryce Shoddy. Bryce with about a 3-step lead. And the first pitch right at the letters for a call strike 1 to Dayton Bugar. Dayton 2 for 2 on the day. One of 2 ball players now with 2 hits in this contest for the Tigers. As Dayton fouls that one off. Dayton singled and scored in the first and singled back in the third. Nice comfortable lead at first there by Shoddy. Joe looks over at first, goes from the stretch and the pitch. And goes off the catcher's glove, and we'll call that a pass ball as it went off the glove. And moving to second, scoring range for the Tigers. Shoddy goes in. Bugar on the season in conference has 10 RBIs, so very productive with the bat. And it could be a Texas leaguer here. And a great running catch by the right fielder, Cam Blasky, to make that catch as the second baseman was going back, and Blasky came a long way to make that catch, and Shoddy holds up at second. So with 2 down here in the bottom of the 5th inning, and the Tigers leading 3-1. Brings up the center fielder, Jackson Wernberg. Jackson 1 for 2 on the day. Had a single back in the a single back in the first, and a fielder's choice in the third inning. First pitch, a call strike to Jackson Wernberg, playing a great center field for the Tigers. Breaking ball just upstairs. 1-1 count. In fact, Joe Graven thought he had a strike there. Good shot there. Looking at the right-hand hitter, Wernberg. And a dead ball as Wernberg gets hit with a pitch and puts runners now at first and second with 2 down. And bringing up Brody Carl, as Brody been very productive today with a RBI single back in the first, and flew out to the right fielder, making great contact for John Southworth's Marshfield Tigers. As John Southworth down there in the third base coaching box. Josh Schmetz over on the first base side here. Josh, Legion coach during the summer. Hoping to have both Mason and Tyler come back. And a high pitch brushes back Brody Carl, knocks him down to the ground there. But Brody picks himself up, gets set back in the right-hand batter's box. And the pitch. And fouling that one off. Out of play. We're in the bottom of the fifth inning here from Jack Hackman Field. The Tigers leading 3-1 in a 1-1 count with 2 down on the second baseman, Brody Carl. And a swing and a miss at a high fastball. One and 2 count to Brody. Graven from the stretch takes a look at second and delivery. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. And that is strikeout number 2 for Joe today. For the Tigers, no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left. And after 5 complete innings of play, it's Marshfield 3, the Wausau West Warriors 1. And you're watching Wisconsin Valley Conference Baseball here on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Simple, clear, helpful, and built around you. This isn't just a new building, it's a new experience for our members and for the Stevens Point community. Now it's easier than ever to stop in when it works for you. With 24/7 drive-through access, our services fit your schedule, not the other way around. Here at Simplicity, that's the kind of experience we believe in. You'll still see the same friendly faces, now in a space designed to serve you better and enhance the community we're proud to be a part of. We can't wait to welcome you in.
Wisconsin shops at Gross Auto Group for 3 big reasons. No hassle pricing, lifetime warranty, massive selection, price to move. Gross Auto Group's no hassle pricing means the price you see is the price you pay. No back and forth, no wasted time. Our lifetime engine warranty means we want your new ride running for as long as you own it. And with 8 brands in 6 stores, Gross Auto has the ride you want at the price you need. 3 reasons, 3 towns. Gross Auto Group in Neelsville, Black River Falls, and Marshfield.
And we are back here at Jack Hackman Field and discover Marshfield's wellness destination, Be Well Studio. Experience cutting-edge recovering tools like hydromassage, infrared sauna, red light therapy, PEMF, and more, all designed to help your body and mind feel their best. Each 15 to 30-minute session is just $29 with memberships and packages available. Book your wellness session today at BeWellStudio.com. And the first pitch is fouled off there by Carson Thurs. As John Will out on the mound asking for a new ball. Must be just sprinkling enough out there that he's asking for a different ball all the time. Let's see the forecast for tomorrow. Clear skies and 81. Oh, great day for tomorrow and pretty much the rest of the week here also. And a breaking ball. Wow, great breaking ball by John Will there for a call strike. As both pitchers right now at 77 pitches in today's ball game. As the way John's going, he could get a complete game here. He's got a 1-2 count here on Carson Thurs. As Carson 0 for 2 on the day from the windup and the pitch, and fouls it off. As Carson Thurs gets back in the batter's box here, gets ready. John Will, a sigh of relief, and a breaking ball just missing inside. Marshfield fans thought that one was there. 2-2 count. As John Will now at 80 pitches. And as Thurs reached out for that one, that was definitely a ball. Count remains 2-2 with nobody down. And a ground ball to Sadowski at short. Throws over to first, and plenty of time for out number one. Jake making a nice play on that one. Jake, very versatile. In fact, he's pitched a little bit this year. He's played some outfield, and great job at shortstop this year also. He played some Legion ball last year in the outfield, and great leadoff stick for the Tigers. And a pop-up, and Jake's going to take command of this one as he comes over, makes the catch for out number two. So that with that quick pitch there, it brings Will's count to 83 now.
Now batting number 13, Miles Wausau.
I think Coach John Southworth will go as long as he can with John Will. He's got Mason Polga in the bullpen for him, as they're a little short on pitching. Be curious who Coach Southworth will throw on Thursday against the Warriors, and following that one back into the net. As the Tigers have listed 6 pitchers here, he could come back most likely with Dayton Bugar, as Dayton is 2-1 in conference play. He could come back with him on Thursday, and a call strike, 1-2 count on Walvogel, as he is 0 for 1 today. He got on with an error and stole a base back in the second and walked in the fourth. From the windup, way outside. 2-2 count with 2 down. John Will with 8 strikeouts today and 1 walk. Looking very, very impressive for a freshman. And a foul ball down the left field line. He could go with Bugar, as I mentioned. He's 2-1 on the season. He's pitched 18 and 2/3 innings this year in varsity play. Tyler Cum, of course, questionable for Thursday's ball game. And definitely Mason Anderson is out. And a fly ball out to center field, and coming under it and making the catch is Jackson Wernberg for out number 3. So 3 up, 3 down for the Warriors in the top of the 6th inning. And the score remains after 5.5 innings of play. Marshfield 3 and the Warriors 1. And you're watching high school baseball here on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Good evening, folks. Matt LePay here. Ridgetop Exteriors is kicking off your roof replacement like pros. Old shingles off, decking down, ice and water guard set. Textbook protection. Underlayment follows. Sealed tight like an O-line. Valleys flashed. Shingles installed row by row. Captain ventilated. The crew scoops every nail, leaving no yard marker behind. This project's wrapped. Your turn to call the play at ridgetopexteriors.com.
Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your copier contracts? Do you even know how much you're spending? Bauernfeind Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts. If you're currently a customer, thank you. If you currently work with one of our competitors, let's talk. We can tell you if you're overpaying or getting a good deal. BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with. b-bt.com.
And we are back here at Jack Hackman Field, and Events were made for Nuts Deep 2 in Marshfield. Large groups or small private party space is available for your event. So if you're looking for a place for a good time party, go to Nuts Deep 2 in Marshfield. And following it back is the leadoff hitter, Evan Calvary, as Evan is 1 for 2 today for the Tigers. Popped out the second baseman in the first, singled in the fourth. And a ground ball, and Evan picks up his second hit of today's ball game. So 3 Tigers now with 2 hits, as Shoddy and Bugar, and now Calvary with 2 hits apiece, bringing up the number 9 hitter, John Will, as John is 1 for 2, as actually Evan, with those 2 hits, will improve his average over 200 now, as it's his first 2 varsity hit. It's in varsity conference action this year. So back-to-back hits by him. And John Will squared around and catches the outside corner. Joe takes a look over at first, squares around, and that one's over the backstop by John Wills. 0-2 count now on John Will. Actually, the team that's in conference play, that's top team in sacrifice hits, is DC Evers. They play a little small ball there, and they've got 14 sacrifice hits this year. And a swing and a miss by John Will as he goes down. And that is strikeout number 3 for Joe Graven. And back to the top of the batting order is Jake Sadowska, the shortstop. Jake 1 for 3 on the day with a stolen base. As Joe takes a look over at first from the stretch and the pitch. And a call strike on the outside corner. Joe gets the sign from his catcher, Rohan Robbins, and the pitch. And Jake fouls that one off. Next Step Prosthetics, providing prosthetic and orthotics throughout central Wisconsin. Take your next step and contact them today. As Jake stays alive, fouls that one back into the net here. As must be sprinkling a little bit out there, as we've got a couple people out here with umbrellas, and Jake shot out to left field, and camping under it is the left fielder Alex Capitz for out number 2, as Jake goes opposite field for out number 2. And bringing up Jackson Zaleski, as Jackson is 0 for 3 today. He's looking for his first hit, as Jackson having an outstanding season in conference. As Jackson came in hitting .333 in conference play. He's got 8 RBIs on the season in conference. And pitch gets away, but not far enough for Calverley to go to second. He had the thought there. He took a couple steps. Was a good maybe 10 feet off the bag, but hustled back to first as the ball did not go that far away from the catcher. And Jackson takes a look and holds up on his swing there. We got 2 down with a runner at first. Joe looks over at first, goes from the stretch, and a call strike, as Jackson not very pleased with that call. From the stretch. And a shot down the right field line, and foul, just not by much. I would say maybe a foot at the most down that right field line. That would have been for extra bases there. As Jackson comes back. As my radar is showing a little rain in Marshfield here. But it's not really amounting to much. And a call, strike 3, as Jackson not very happy with the call.
He wanted to know what we wanted. Once he saw the design, he says, well, let's make this happen. It's a big project. Just changed the whole look of the house, and it looks like a brand new home. The Infinity team treated us like we were their family. I would recommend Infinity to anybody.
Oh, that's okay. Bella just told me we're coming back here now. That's all right. It's been a hot, relaxing day. So clouds out right now. The sun's trying to poke out a little bit here, but it's been a nice, very comfortable day, and it's supposed to be a nice one again tomorrow also. So as we come to the top of the 7th inning, we'll see if John Will can finish this. He's actually 11 pitches away from that 100 mark. So I'm thinking Mason Poga may come in. First pitch is way outside. Ball 1 to the left fielder, Alex Capitz. That's Alex 0 for 2 today. As John Will trying to shut the door on the Wausau West Warriors here in the top of the 7th. Second pitch in the same spot as he threw the first one, as he's got to fix the hole a little bit there. That's that maybe Joe Graven made out there. Overthrew those last 2 pitches way outside. 2-0 count. And a call strike on the outside corner. And it's pitch 92, so Mason may have to come in. He's going to have to get this batter very quickly. And inside for a 3-1 count. That's not how you wanted to really start out this inning. He's only got 1 walk so far in this ball game. He has struck out 8, walked 1, and pitched actually a very good 4-hitter today, and a ground ball to third, and takes a hop right off the third baseman, Evan Calvary. And we'll see what the official scorer gives him up over here, as it looked like a routine 2-hopper, and they're going to call an error on the third baseman. And so, with nobody down, as looks like we have a pinch runner out there. I have to get the glasses out here and see who the runner is. And coming to the plate is the DH, Keegan Cruzen. And inside for a ball. Well, Alex Capitz is still running, so first pitch inside. Will at 95 pitches here. And inside corner for a call strike. 1-1. Could be really big here if he can get this batter, because even though he will get to that 100 mark, and a fly ball down the right field line and out of play, so if he gets to 99 on this out, he has to finish to the batter. Even though he'll be over 100 pitches, he can pitch to that next batter. He could finish with 104, 105 pitches. And a fly ball down the left field line and out of the reach of the left fielder Shoddy and Sadowska and Calvary all joining in down there. And this here is a very, very important pitch right here for John Will. As John looks in, gets the sign from Jackson Zaleski from the stretch, and the pitch. And a fly ball over Sadowska's head for a base hit. And so now runners at first and second, and nobody out. And he's at pitch 99. Coach John Southworth can leave him in there and pitch to this one batter, but then he will have to pull him after the batter Rohan Robbins bats. So we'll tell you about Stratford Plumbing and Heating. Stratford Plumbing and Heating, your comfort and convenience is their top priority. They service all brands and do complete furnace and air conditioning installation with professional service to Stratford, Marshfield, and the surrounding areas. Call Stratford Plumbing and Heating today, your home comfort experts. And so, a new pitcher for the Marshfield Tigers. And that will be as we're seeing here, as Sadowska now pitching and coming from his shortstop position. So Sadowska in to try to get the save here. As Sadowska making his, making his 5th appearance in conference play. He has pitched 5 innings, gave up 8 hits, 6 runs, 2 earned, no walks, 4 strikeouts, and has an ERA of 2.80 in conference play for the Tigers. And we'll see who's going to land up going to short here for Sadowska. Looks like John will be going to short as he is still out there. John Will, who has come in and pitched outstandingly today, as he has pitched 6 innings, gave up 5 hits, walked 1, and struck out 8. So very good start for him, and he is responsible for the 2 runners at first and second. So Will can get the win. He will not get the loss, because if the 2 runners score, it'll be a tie game, and then the runners that Sadowska will be responsible for. So Jake Sadowska in for the Tigers here, now in the top of the 7th inning with runners at first and second, with Capens at second and Cruzen at first is Rohan Robbins, as Rohan has flew out to center field back in the 3rd and grounded back to the pitcher in the 5th. Sadowska takes a look at second, and the pitch, and a bunt, and a great play. A charging Dayton Bugar, as that bunt went right to Bugar. I mean, it was no more than 20 feet from home plate, and he just came charging and pops out to Robbins, pops out to Bugar on a bunt attempt, and bringing up now the leadoff hitter Cameron Blasky, who is 1 for 3 on the day, and a double back in the first. And a call strike as Jake looking very good. Oh, and 1 count with 1 down here in the bottom or the top of the 7th inning. And the pitch upstairs for a ball. I'd like to thank all of our sponsors for sponsoring today's ball game. A great one we've got here. All the scoring was done in the first inning as the Tigers lead 3-1 as Wausau is threatening. And a call strike as Blasky wanted to call time, but the umpire did not grant it. And Jake's pitch catches that outside corner for a call strike 2. 1-2 count with 1 down. Infield fly rule is in effect. That is when the runners at first and second or first, second, and third with no outs or 1 out. If a ball player hits it in the infield and it is automatically out, the runners can advance at their own risk. A 1-2 count with 1 down. Sadowska takes a look at second. And the pitch. Nice block by Jackson Zaleski. I am really high on this Jackson Zaleski. I mean, great job he's done behind the plate today for a freshman. From the stretch, from Sadowska. And fouls that one off back to the net. Coming up after the ball game will be the Nasonville Dairy postgame show. Nasonville Dairy with fresh cheese curds made daily. Get your cheese curds at Nasonville Dairy in Marshfield, Curtis, or nasonville.com. Sadowska from the stretch takes a look at second. And the pitch. And upstairs for a ball and 3-2 count. In a tough situation here now. A walk will load the bases. Mom looking on over on the third base side here. Former volleyball coach Dawn Sadowska. And a foul tip into the glove for strike 3 as Jake Sadowska comes up with a big fastball and is fouled off into Zaleski's glove for the second out. First strikeout by Sadowska. And coming up will be Will Stengel. Will 2 for 3 on the day. Goes and talks to head coach John Albee down at third base there. The tying run at first. The go-ahead run at the plate. As Stengel on the season, coming into this contest, was hitting .286, second top hitter on this Wausau team. Has only had 1 RBI in conference play this year. And a fly ball out to center field, and coming in and making a catch for out number 3 is Jackson Wernberg for out number 3, and the Tigers come away with a big win, improve their conference record, and guarantees them a conference season over 500 as they are 8-6 now in conference with 1 conference game left. And it goes to 10-13 overall. Wausau West goes to 4-10 in conference and 9-15 overall. So for the Warriors, no runs on 1 hit, 1 error, and 2 left. And the final score from Jack Hackman Field, it's the Marshfield Tigers 3 and the Wausau West Warriors 1. And getting the win is John Will with an outstanding 6 innings pitched, 5 hits given up, 1 walk, and 8 strikeouts. Getting the save is Jake Sadowska pitching 1 complete inning and getting the 3 batters that he faced. So great job by the Marshfield Tigers of picking up their 8th 8th conference win and 10th win overall. They will take on Wausau West now again on Thursday up at Wausau. So coming up next will be the Nasonville Dairy postgame show. Nasonville Dairy with fresh cheese curds made daily. Get your fresh cheese curds at Nasonville Dairy in Marshfield, Curtis, or Nasonville.com. So we'll be down on the field with head coach John Southworth and a player of the game. We'll be right back, and you've been watching Wisconsin Valley Conference Baseball here on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Keflatiri, Kefla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Keflatiri, Kefla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
And we are back here at Jack Hackman Field as the sprinkles are coming down a little bit here, and John Southworth, the head coach John Southworth, says take the player of the game. So with me is John Will, and John, just outstanding ball game today. You came in and kind of shut him down completely. In fact, you had pitched 6 innings, gave up 5 hits, walked 1, and 8 strikeouts, and that's got to be a season high for you, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's it's great to have a good defense behind me. Even like with the strikeouts, getting like ground balls, fly balls, it's nice to go farther into the games.
In fact, great job by your whole ball club. I mean, your ball club came up with those 3 big runs after 2 were out and 5 straight hits, and just outstanding job by your ball club. And with I know as we were walking over here, you're a freshman this year, and go along with Jackson Zaleski, and it must be really, really nice to have somebody that you've worked with back in 7th and 8th grade, and I've coached back in 7th and 8th grade at middle school years ago, but it's a real pleasure to watch you two, and Jackson just does a great job back there.
Yeah, he's awesome. Like, it's nice to have a guy back there that I can trust and like not even have to worry about like trying to pinpoint anything. He just brings back most strikes. It's so awesome to have him back there.
Yeah, in fact, with 8 seniors now, and I was saying all game long, a nice nucleus coming back for next year also. I mean, even though this year's not over with, but you look to the future, and you've got you and Jackson coming back, and you've got your junior class coming back also, and some sophomores in there. That's going to really help this Tiger team down the road.
For sure. Yeah, it's awesome. It's nice to have a young team, and for the seniors, we're going to give it one more big run. Hopefully we can go farther than playoffs.
All right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put you in the house. You're going to look right up at the camera. What you're going to do is say your full name. Okay, and say, I'm in the house.
Okay.
You just hang on to the microphone and just look right up. I'll count you down.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
I'm John Will, and I'm in the house.
Thanks, John. Good luck.
Thank you so much, sir.
And John Will, our player of the game, and John, as I mentioned, John having an outstanding game as he gets the win for the Tigers today, pitching 6 innings, 5 hits, and 1 walk and 8 strikeouts. And the Tigers put up 3 big runs in that first inning and held up, and John did a great job on the mound for the Tigers today and set the Wausau West Warriors down. They will now play the Warriors again on Thursday at 5 o'clock, and then tournament action starting next week, Tuesday, as the Tigers will go to Menominee and Wausau West will go to River Falls. For my producers, Gavin Mueller and Bella Maurer, I'm Mike Steinwagner. Join me possibly Thursday night, Czech Zaleski Sports. If the Tiger girls win today, we will be doing the regional final on Thursday from Stratford. And so otherwise, have a nice evening.